Welcome to Chef's Take. I'm your host, Michael Zavlaris. Today is February 4th, 2021. We are 3 days away from Super Bowl 55. Now, you may be wondering, why am I wearing Super Bowl 52 stuff? I'll tell you why. Today marks the 3-year anniversary of the Philadelphia Eagles beating the New England Patriots 41-33, winning their first in franchise history. So that's why I'm wearing it. So Super Bowl week. I did go live for about 15 minutes last week, but I ended it early primarily because there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. So I figured just do it all today when we have our Super Bowl picks, because there's no fucking way me and Vicente are going to be predicting the Pro Bowl that was pre-recorded on Madden. Those three things do not fit together in a sentence. So that's why I'm streaming. That's why I didn't really stream this last week. So anyway, let's get into the Eagle news, because you know how we do that. So some news came out today about Carson Wentz. According to Ian Rappaport and Mike Garafolo, the Eagles have started receiving trade inquiries about Carson Wentz, but they have no plans on trading him. But they are listening to some offers. So, supposedly, he's not happy. Wentz he still has concerns about the team even after Doug was being fired, and the relationship between him and the team is still strained. This is from Mike Garafolo. Honestly, if that's true, trade him away. I love Carson Wentz. I am thankful for what he's done for the city of Philadelphia. But if you're not happy after we went out of the way to get all these coaches for you, because from what the report said about Nick Sirianni, the reason why he got hired was because they were blown away by his response to fixing Carson Wentz. In other words, that's the main reason why they hired him, to keep Carson Wentz. And supposedly, Carson Wentz is unhappy. This is if he's unhappy. This is if these reports are true. Now, I believe that they're getting trade talks with other teams. I believe other teams are calling the Eagles for potential trades for Wentz. But him being unhappy still, I do not know if that's real or not. But like I said, if it is, trade him away. It's like, I don't want to pay a guy $30+ million to be on a team where he's not happy. 1. And 2, we go out of the way to get all these coaches to help him out, and he's still not happy about it. Supposedly. If that's the case, trade him away, get a first-round pick, send him to Indy, give him back to Frank Reich. Because if I were the Eagles, if I were Roseman, or if I were just simply the general manager of the Eagles, I would be like, okay, where do you want to go? Wentz will likely say Indy with Frank Reich. Okay, ship you there. I'm not going to be like a dickhead and send him to a shitty-ass team. But, like I said, if these are real, trade them away. I love Carson Wentz. I am thankful for Carson Wentz. It sucks that we're in this situation talking about this with Wentz when just 3 years ago he was an MVP candidate. He was a front runner for MVP. 11-2, 33 touchdowns, 7 picks. It took all the way until week 17 for somebody to pass him in passing touchdowns. Next year, got hurt. 21 touchdowns, 7 picks. The year after that, had to carry a practice squad to the playoffs. First quarterback in Eagles history to eclipse 4,000 yards. The only quarterback to eclipse 4,000 yards while not having a single wide receiver eclipse 500 receiving yards. 27 touchdowns, 7 picks wasn't bad. People said he struggled that year. I beg to differ. But this year he definitely struggled. Now, I don't want to trade him because it is 1 year. I want to give him one more year where the offensive line is healthy, where his receivers are healthy, where we could potentially draft Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith, assuming they're there, or assuming Howie picks one of them if they're available, picks any of them if they're available, which I highly doubt, but who knows. So I wouldn't trade him yet. The only time I would trade him is like if he demands a trade or he struggled. If he struggles this season as well, then ship him off. Because Jeffrey Lurie is, I don't know if you know this, but he's like notoriously known for trading away. I mean, getting rid of people who had one bad season. Andy Reid, he went 4-12. Jeffrey Lurie got rid of him. And keep in mind, Andy Reid brought us to 5 NFC Championship games, 4 in a row. Sure, we lost the first 3, but we went to the Super Bowl in 2004. We went to the NFC Championship game in 2009, where we went 9-6-1 against the Cardinals, which was a pretty good game to say the least. After going 4-12, Jeffrey Lurie gets rid of him. Now, Andy Reid is going to his 2nd straight Super Bowl after going to his 3rd straight AFC Championship game. Now, if you think about it, the Chiefs could have easily went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, but Frank Clark had to be offsides. In case you don't know what happened on there, Brady threw a pick, but Frank Clark was offsides, basically crushing their chances at going to the Super Bowl. So Andy Reid, very successful with the Chiefs right now. We fired Chip Kelly after 3 seasons, but the Chip Kelly one, I can understand why. Dude got rid of our fucking future. He got rid of McCoy. He got rid of Deshaun. He got rid of Trent Cole. He got rid of a lot of people. He traded away Nick Foles for Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford didn't do terrible with us, given the weapons that he had, but still, he didn't work DeMarco Murray out well. I can understand why Chip Kelly did. I can understand why we fired Chip Kelly, but we fired Doug Peterson after going 4-11-1, one bad year. Like, the dude helped us. He contributed to winning us a Super Bowl in 2017. His 2nd year, we went 13-3. The next 2 years, we went 9-7, but we still went to the playoffs despite injuries. We went to the playoffs 3 straight times under Doug Peterson, which was tied for the 2nd longest streak in the league. After one bad season, we get rid of him. But I could see why we got rid of him too, because his questionable coaching staff he planned on having. But still, it takes Jeffrey Lurie, Jeffrey Lurie it takes 1 year for him to fire those people. Andy Reid is technically the best coach we've had, but if you want to look at it, it's probably Doug Peterson because he did win us a Super Bowl, to be fair. But still. So I'd give Wentz 1 more year. If he doesn't do well, that's when you trade him away. That's when you have Jalen Hurts as your starter. But as of right now, I do not want Wentz traded. Wentz has not said a word about anything, which can be good, but also concerning at the same time, because with all these reports of him saying he has a strained relationship with the franchise, that's where he should come out and just come out and say if it's true or not. Other than that, I can see why he's silent. But the media, they always do all this stuff with the Eagles. It's every weekend a new report comes out. Malcolm Jenkins did say Wentz has to get better, but you have a lot of players who back up Carson Wentz too. Honestly, to me, unfortunately, I do think he does get traded. But like I said, if it were up to me, I'd give him 1 more year. I wish we could give him 1 more year, but the people high above, meaning Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, it's the whole fucked up situation. Literally 3 years ago, we won the Super Bowl, and we're told this is a new normal. You're going to see us playing in January, maybe February every year. Ever since then, a lot of stuff. Howie missing on draft picks. I mean, he's missing on draft picks. This, that, and the third. A lot of the stuff, you point your fingers at Howie. So do I, but you can't do it 100% to him because Jeffrey Lurie has the authority to do whatever he wants to the general manager spot, this, that, and the third. But there's a lot more people than them too. Supposedly Doug Peterson was one. I don't know if it's true or not, but he's fired. So there's that. So that's enough with the Wentz talk for now. I'm going to get back to the hirings the Eagles have done the past couple weeks. I was going to cover it last week, but like I said, there was no point of going live last week when there's no picks to be made. So the Eagles hired former Colts defensive backs coach Jonathan Gannon as their next defensive coordinator in 2018. This is according to lineups. 2018, they were the 29th ranked overall defense, 10th in points allowed, 11th in yards allowed, 16th in passing yards allowed, and 8th in rushing yards allowed. That's pretty solid. I don't know how they'd be ranked the 29th overall defense. But keep in mind, this is the same website that had the Broncos as the #1 offense in 2017. Not the Eagles, not the Patriots, not the Rams, or the Chiefs. The Broncos, with Brock Osweiler and Trevor Siemian. So, don't take this too seriously. This just gives you an idea. So 2019, they're ranked 17th overall, 18th in points, 16th in yards, 23rd in passing yards allowed, 7th in rushing yards allowed. So defensive line is pretty good. The passing defense is in question a little bit. This year, they were the 12th overall defense, 11th in points allowed, 8th in yards allowed, 20th in passing yards allowed, and 2nd in rushing yards allowed. So from what I read there, they have a really good running defense. And we have a great defensive line. Their secondary is questionable. But, I mean, we did decent with our... Jim Schwartz did decent with us. So, I don't think it's a terrible hire. Me, personally, I wanted Gerard Mayo from the Patriots. Like my coaching staff, I wanted Joe Brady as head coach. I wanted Deuce Staley at offensive coordinator. And I wanted Gerard Mayo as defensive coordinator. That's a pretty young coaching staff right there. That was mine, but now, like, our current coaching staff is Sirianni as head coach, Jonathan Gannon as defensive coordinator, and Shane Steichen, I believe that's how I pronounce it, I may be wrong, as our offensive coordinator. Now, Shane was the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2020, which helped with Justin Herbert as potentially the rookie of the year. He broke like every rookie quarterback record, yards, completions, attempts, touchdowns, you name it. It's all at Herbert now. Now, his only season as offensive coordinator for the Chargers, they were the 12th ranked offense, 19th in points per game, which was 24, 9th in yards per game, which is 382, 6th in passing yards, which is 271, and 18th in rushing yards, which is 111.5. Pretty solid given the fact that it's the Chargers, but the Chargers, they do have a... Hold on. So, what's it called? So it's pretty good with the Chargers. They have a pretty good offense. Weapon-wise, they do have Herbert, Eckler, Hunter Henry, Mike Williams, who's great at the 50-50 ball, and Keenan Allen. That's a pretty good offense right there. Now, us, you have either Wentz or Hurts. Our receivers, my receivers, I think that are going to be starting next year are going to be like Rager, Fulgham, and whoever we draft, hopefully. And Dallas Goedert and Miles Sanders. Because I do not see, what's his name? I do not see Jeffrey coming back. I do not see Malik Jackson coming back. Deshaun, he may come back on a restructured deal, hopefully, because nothing came out about Deshaun yet. But the only way I bring him back is if he comes back on a cheaper deal. Because I'm not giving him $9 million just to sit on his couch like he has the past 2 seasons. Dude's always hurt. But when he's on the field, he makes an impact. But that's when he's on the field. He's played a total of like 7-8 games in the past 2 seasons. So 8 games out of 32. That's horrible. He missed 24 games. He's getting paid $9 million a year. I'd bring him back on the veteran minimum. And the rest of the money, bonus wise, like you can give him like a couple mil in bonus. Like, okay, if you play a certain amount of games, if you get a certain amount of yards, a certain amount of touchdowns, like incentives, just to keep him playing. Now you can't blame him for his last injury this year because it was a cheap shot, but early. Point being, doesn't stay on the field. So, we also hired Florida Gators offensive coordinator Brian Johnson to be the next Eagles head quarterback coach. Johnson has known Jalen Hurts since he was 4 years old and recruited him out of high school. So, he's known Jalen Hurts for quite a while. He also coached, he was also Dak Prescott's quarterback coach in Mississippi State and Heisman candidate Kyle Trask. So that can help a little bit. Personally, I wanted to bring back Doug DeFilippo because he did pretty well with Wentz. I mean, can't complain. This guy's pretty good too. And the Eagles also bring in Colts tight ends coach Jason Michael to be their tight ends coach. Now, you're probably going to be like, is he good? Let me just read you off. He was a tight ends coach for the Jets, Chargers, and Cardinals, but as a coach in general, he coached the following tight ends. Antonio Gates, Hall of Famer. Delaney Walker, Pro Bowler. Vernon Davis, Jack Doyle, and Eric Ebron. Jack Doyle and Eric Ebron were on the same team. They were probably like the best tight end duo in the league. All these guys made the Pro Bowl at least once. Now he's coming in to coach Goddard and Ertz, but like 99% sure that Ertz is gone. But you still have Dallas Goedert, who is a solid tight end. So another W for the Eagles. We retain offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland. Before this year, he had a top 5 offensive line every year. This year, it was horrible because everybody was hurt. And Brandon Brooks was hurt. Lane Johnson was in and out. Jason Peters is just a walking fossil. So can't blame him for that this year. John Dorsey, something I'm pissed off about. John Dorsey leaves to go to Detroit as a senior personnel executive. This is who I wanted as our GM, but I knew for a fact he wouldn't be. But if it were up to me, he would be the GM. Because literally any GM can be better than Howie Roseman. To me. And I'm sure most Eagle fans agree. Assistant, head coach, and running back coach Deuce Staley. This one stings. Deuce Staley leaves Philly to go to Detroit to Dan Campbell's coaching staff under the same exact title. So Deuce Staley leaves to have the same exact job title in Detroit. He's going to be the assistant head coach and running back coach. That just tells you how bad of an organization we are because you're leaving to go to Detroit. But at the same time, DeAndre Swift has a bright future, and there is a good possibility you get to coach Adrian Peterson. Now, you may not need to coach him, but still, you get to see Adrian Peterson, who is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now, this can be Eagles related if you want it to be, but LeSean McCoy will consider retirement after the Super Bowl. He's contemplating it. He's going to decide whether he's not going to retire or not after the Super Bowl. And he said he wanted to. He said numerous times he wanted to retire as an Eagle. He wanted to win a championship with the Eagles because that's the team that drafted him. He loves the city. Now, to me, I would love to have him back, but if he cared about the Eagles so much, you would think that he would have signed back with the 2 chances he had, because the Bills let him go last year. He signed with the Chiefs, and I could see why the Chiefs, they have a very good offense, and it's Andy Reid. He's been with Andy Reid for a majority of his career. But then the second year, he had a chance to come back, but he go to the Bucs. I can understand, yeah, you want to get a ring. But if you love the Eagles so much, how come you haven't signed back yet? Now, he may sign a one-day deal to retire as an Eagle, but most of us do want to see him in Eagles gear. Because I don't know if you know this, but no other Eagle wore the number 25 since McCoy got traded. Fuck you, Chip Kelly. Alright, so we're going to take... That's all I have for the Eagles stuff. We're going to take a quick break. And I'll be back on the other side. Vicente should be joining us shortly. So do whatever you want for 5 minutes or whatever, and we'll be back. Oh, shit. Welcome back. So Vicente will be joining us in a couple minutes, but while we wait, I'll just talk to you about some of the sports stuff, and whenever he joins is whenever we talk about whatever. So I'm going to talk about the championship games in a minute, but so Deshaun Watson, he officially wants out of Houston. This was discussed prior to hiring David Coley. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he's the passing coordinator for the Ravens, who had the worst passing offense. So Watson wants out, and a trade that I'm very happy about. Matthew Stafford gets sent to the City of Angels, and the Lions get 2 first-round picks and Jared Goff. Now, some of you may be wondering, like, why 2 first-round picks? The Rams completely dumped off Goff's contract, and the Lions were like, yo, give us another first-round pick for consumption. Because I would ask him that too, because Goff has a toxic-ass contract, and if he doesn't do well with Sean McVay, how good is he going to be with like Dan Campbell? No disrespect to Dan Campbell. I'm just saying Sean McVay is one of the Sean McVay is one of the best coaches in the league. To me, he's a top 5 head coach. I don't know how Jared Goff is going to do, but the Lions get a young quarterback who can still improve, hopefully. But the Rams, I think, are now contenders with Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, I think, can be an MVP candidate now. Do not sleep on Matthew Stafford on going off, because he has the weapons. He has Sean McVay. And Matthew Stafford's coaches throughout the years were Jim Schwartz, Jim Caldwell, Matt Patricia. That's basically it. Dan Campbell for 3 days, but I don't think he practiced with him. But you're going from being coached by those 3 that I mentioned to Sean McVay, one of the best offensive coaches in the league. So I think Stafford's going to do pretty well. It's going to suck for Jared Goff, though. You're going from living in Los Angeles, where all the celebrities are, where the weather is great, LA, to Detroit. 313. Put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. But LA to Detroit. That's gotta suck. And Detroit may not even be getting Kenny Galladay or Marvin Jones back, so Goff is not going to have a lot of weapons. He's going to go from... He really went from Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods to now God knows who, because Marvin Jones was having talks with the Dolphins about being a member of the team, and I don't know if Kenny Galladay is getting re-signed. He should, but I don't know if he's going to or not. He's set to be a free agent, so there's that. Anyway, now I think I covered some of the basic stuff. Let me see if I missed anything through my notes, just to double check. And my notes I need So, oh yeah, I can't believe I missed this. Believe it or not, the Rams were trying to make a run at Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, it would be foolish for the Packers to trade away the MVP. Like, Rodgers is the best quarterback in Packers history. He is. I think he's better than Brett Favre. Some may think otherwise, I think, but why would you get rid of Rodgers, who's about to win MVP? Makes no sense. I mean, A for effort, Rams, but come on. So that I'm surprised they actually thought they'd try to get him. Oh, and EA is bringing back their NCAA football game. Everybody's happy about it, but don't be excited because it is EA. So all people are saying is the only thing people want is for them just to bring the game back, only with Madden graphics. Nothing else. They don't want anything else to be changed. Personally, I do agree with them. Who is this? So, what's it called? Julio, Matt, and Ryan will not be traded this year, even though there were reports that it's possible. Now, when I report things, that's literally what I have to do. Observe and report. I'm just reporting what I see, even if it's true or not. I will give you my personal take on it. Like I said, people are saying the relationship with Wentz and the Eagles is strained. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not true. But I do believe, though, that the trades, that the Eagles getting calls about trades, I do believe that's real. Because there are teams that could use a quarterback like Wentz. Who knows? You may need a fresh start. But that's it. You love to see it. It's something I want to mention. So, Jalen Hurts, Eagles quarterback. Awesome. Surprise a family whose child is battling cancer with a $30,000 donation to go toward a new home. That's nice. How can you hate something like that? That's wholesome. The Giants won't be in on the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, and they intend to move forward with Daniel Jones as their starting quarterback. Thank God. I don't think they're going to get him, but it's also, one, typical Giants. Two, thank God. And like, three, why wouldn't you try? Why would you even at least try to get Watson? Like, I don't know if you know this, but there were reports of Ben McAdoo trying to tell Dave Gettleman to draft Patrick Mahomes. And I don't know, who did they draft that year? Hold on, let me look it up. I don't think it was Dave. Oh, well, they got Saquon Barkley. I mean, yeah, Saquon's good, but damn. No, what the fuck am I talking about? No, I'm in the wrong draft. Yeah, cue the clown emojis, hard. Yeah, they drafted Evan Ingram with the 23rd pick. And Alvin Tomlinson with the 55th pick. So, yeah, the Giants would have to trade up because I believe Mahomes was taken at 10th, I want to say. They would have to trade up, but of all people, like, even Ben McAdoo knew how good Mahomes would be. Thank God the Giants didn't draft him, because I would cry. But, no, well. Anthony, I know you're watching the stream. Let me see if you commented anything, but yeah, he did. So if you watch it, don't be entirely upset you didn't pass up on him. All you had to do was trade up to get him. Oh, look who's coming in! Holy hell! Fucking mouse. Holy hell! Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Is it him? It's Simba! Oh, fuck you then. Hey, buddy. Buddy. Sure.
Hey, everybody.
Hey! What's up?
What's going on, buddy?
Nothing much, buddy. How are you?
I didn't catch the vibe. Hold on.
It's
I
Super
will
Bowl
be-
week.
I'll be back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have a Super Bowl shirt or anything.
I need to turn up this volume. Super Bowl week. Are you okay? Or are you dying? Pal.
Oh, I didn't put myself on mute there. Sorry, everybody.
Who the fuck is 25? No.
Honor my guy.
So, yeah, I just went through some of the stuff. I only went through. You didn't miss me recapping the championship games. I just went over Eagle stuff, the Stafford trade, other NFL stuff, including
Stafford trade, I
the
wanna say
Jalen
something.
Hurts donation, which
I want
was
to say
nice.
something about the Stafford trade because, it's just something I want to say.
What is it
He's
you want to say?
out of Detroit, the worst city in America. Oh my God, dude. I would have been skipping, man. I would have threw a party as soon as I heard the news, dude. I would have been on full party mode. I would be like, yes, yeah, yeah. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I think I would have threw eggs at like the Ford Field, be like, I'm out of here, screw you. I would have been
Yeah.
going around Detroit, like throwing things at people's houses, like, I hate you. Making the city worse than it is, not helping it out. Oh man, I would be so happy. I'm so happy for my guy.
Yeah.
It's Matt Stafford. I hope he wins the Super Bowl next year. I'm actually rooting for the Rams next year. Well, on the Eagles.
No shade to Detroit, but imagine that Jared Goff going from LA to Detroit. He's gonna go from LA to avoiding drive-bys every night.
In California his whole life, and now he's going to the worst city.
The city of angels to Detroit.
Detroit.
You can't
Oh,
have
that
shit
is
in Detroit.
That's a major downgrade. Like, I think he went from Los
I think that's like the biggest downgrade you could get. Going from
That's
Los
like going
Angeles,
from
where all the celebrities are.
the iPhone 12 to a beeper.
Huh?
That's like going
Oh.
to an iPhone 12 to a beeper.
Yeah.
So bad it is.
Yeah, it's terrible.
He's so screwed.
Matt broke the news to me.
Oh yeah. He told me. I already knew when you were asking us about it. I didn't want to say anything. I'm like,
No. Yeah, Matt told me he may. Yeah, Matt told me that he was thinking. I'm like, hey, do whatever you want. I don't care. Fucker. Nope. Fucking bitch. Fuck you. Skank. 7 years and you do this to me? Asshole. Next time I see him, I'm gonna shit on his pillow. No, honestly, I could care less. I mean, I don't blame him either. So, I was also going over the Giants aren't going in on the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes. I'm like, well, it wouldn't hurt to attempt to get him, but it's also typical Giants that you're not even going to try. I mean, imagine you have to come out and give a statement saying, we're going to roll with Daniel Jones instead of attempting to acquire Deshaun Watson. Even an attempt. It's A for effort. But imagine saying, oh yeah, we're going to go with Daniel Jones and not try to get Deshaun Watson. Daniel Jones, who averages like at least one turnover a game.
They like Daniel Jones. They've liked Daniel Jones for a while. I don't think they're going to get rid of him.
He's not terrible, but he's a turnover machine.
First round draft pick too.
You know Ben McAdoo? Ben McAdoo is like telling Dave Gettleman to trade up in the draft because they had the 23rd pick. They were trying to he was trying to tell David Gettleman to trade up in the draft to get Mahomes. Thank God they didn't. They chilled with Evan Ingram at the 23rd pick.
Who is Pro Bowler now?
Yeah. I can't believe. I mean, it's a Madden Pro Bowl. Who cares? But I can't believe he technically made the Pro Bowl over like Robert Tonyan. Evan Ingram.
You know, a lot of people get snubbed all the time.
Yeah. Like, I streamed for like 15 minutes last week. I didn't even want to stream. Like, I was ready to send you a message early in the week. Like, we don't have to this week. There's not a whole lot to do. We're not gonna give our predictions on the Pro Bowl that's on Madden. That was pre-recorded. Those three things do not go well in a sentence. Pre-recorded, Madden, Pro Bowl. Why would we waste our breath predicting that?
And I don't think anybody watched that.
I tuned in for literally 30 seconds. It was like the very end of it. I'm like,
I forgot about it.
I could care
The only
less.
reason I remember it is because ESPN kept posting stuff about it.
Yeah, I'm like, well, good for Kyler Murray for winning the Pro Bowl MVP, I guess.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like,
We can give him a pat on the back. Good for you. You are the only person to win in Pro Bowl MVP
in Madden.
virtually. Just like Mitch Trubisky is the only player to win the MVP.
They trolled him so bad.
They trolled him so bad.
I feel so bad.
It's funny though. So
yeah, it is funny.
yeah, just I'm about to go over both of the championship games that went down.
Hold on. Oh wait, never mind. We'll do football, then we'll do other things after that.
Why? You want me to go over the football stuff again?
No. I mean, I'm going to say something about the Wentz trade right now, offers, real quick.
Go ahead.
What I feel, Bleacher Report came out, I think it was yesterday now,
Mm-hmm.
that the Eagles are looking at offers
Uh-huh.
for Wentz. Now, does that mean they're going to trade him? Probably not. But they're just looking. They're obviously looking for a first-round pick. Obviously. A first-round pick could maybe some other things, but they want the first-round pick. But I don't think we're going to trade him. Yeah. And my guy Hurts donating. What a great guy. That's a guy to look up to. But we have two great quarterbacks with great personalities, great guys. It's hard to hate these guys and get rid of one of them.
Uh-huh.
Like, when Wentz leaves, will I shed a tear? Yes. He was my quarterback.
Oh my gosh.
But football's a business, and you have to do the best things for your company or your team. And I love Jalen Hurts too. I mean, everyone knows I love Jalen Hurts. Like, if you don't know I love Jalen Hurts, you don't know me.
Yeah. Just that this is torture with the headphones. Oh my god, I'm about to unplug these. But to give you a summary on it, think of Dan Orlovsky and Carson Wentz. That's Vicente with Jalen Hurts. So, just to get an idea. Okay, this is getting annoying. Christ.
Like, if I meet the guy in real life,
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to say anything else.
Okay, thank God.
We'll say it off camera.
Well, now that you say off camera, I think people have an idea, but it's very nice what Jalen Hurts did.
It's really nice, actually. That was really nice. What a good guy.
Yeah, Carson Wentz does stuff like that. I don't know. Carson Wentz does stuff like that all the time. Like, he did the whole sports complex for Haiti. He does his charity softball games every year, which is nice. They're both good. I'll root for both of them. Whoever's QB1, I'll root for. I don't pray for either one of their downfalls at all. So, that's nice what they did. I do think the more I get into it, I think we may trade Wentz away. I just think it's a matter of time. I think he's going to be traded by March. Like, he's going to be traded in March. Like, before April, he's getting traded, I think. because they're listening to the offers. He's not available for trade, but they're still listening to the offers, meaning like they may trade him away if they're still listening. If they didn't want to get rid of him, they'd be like, nah. But obviously they do want a first-round pick. See, if I were the Eagles, if I trade him away, I'd want a first-round pick and like a young defensive player, probably a safety, because McLeod's on his last year, and Mills is a free agent, and this guy wants to come back. The audacity!
He's not coming back.
He's not. He's on the last year. He's a free agent this year. Give me a first-round pick and a safety, or somebody on a second-round pick. No, a first-round pick and a safety, either a safety or a linebacker, one of the two.
We need a linebacker. That is the weakest position on the team, besides wide
receiver. But just say no. Howie does not value them. Every time we drafted a linebacker, Howie never brought him back. Every time we acquired a linebacker after their contracts are up, we let him walk. Jordan
we had
Hicks,
a good linebacker core, Super Bowl a year, and then
we had Jordan Hicks, even though he wasn't playing in the Super Bowl, but Jordan Hicks was a good player.
We had Michael Kendricks,
Nigel Bradham, who was good.
He was good. He was decent.
Yeah, Howie never valued them. I would have brought Nigel Bradham back, but he kind of threw shade on us when he went to the Saints, basically saying finally winning culture and such. I'm like, bro, we won you your first Super Bowl.
And then he got cut by the Colts. Saints.
Yeah. So, yeah, the whole McCoy thing, I think I told you about it too, because I know you're wearing a McCoy jersey. He's contemplating retirement after the Super Bowl. He said countless times he wants to retire an Eagle. He had 2 chances to come back to the Eagles. He says he loves the Eagles. Now, I can understand why he went to the Chiefs, because 1, he can win a ring, but 2, it's Andy Reid, who he's been with for a big chunk of his career. That's who he started his career with. So I can understand that. But after that, he signs with the Bucs for another ring, basically. Potentially. If he really cared about the Eagles that much, you would think he would come back. You would think, because he mentions he loves the city. I'm like, okay. How come you haven't come back since? Chip Kelly's not here, so he can come back.
Well, we have to sign him.
We gave him offers, and he chose to go with other teams. He always narrowed he always narrowed it down to the Eagles and the other team, and he picked the other team.
Are you sure we're getting offers? Because there would have been news about that, and he would have signed here. If you want to go somewhere, you go there. You just don't go somewhere else.
No, because we offered him a deal after the Bills released him, and we offered him a deal after the Chiefs let him walk. Just think, he never got playing time with either of the teams. He's literally riding the bench to get. He got 10 carries this year for 31 yards.
We have Leonard Fournette, who's in his prime,
and Ronald Jones.
Yeah, Ronald Jones.
Well, I wouldn't say in his prime.
Leonard Fournette is the better running back, and he's still in his prime.
I think he's the better running back, but I wouldn't say in his prime. He fell off a little bit,
and I think he's gonna be the number 1 running back next year.
I think when you look at it, he will be the number 1 back, but I think they go with the 1-2 punch with Rojo and Fournette.
I like Fournette. Fournette is I always liked him. He was always a really good running back, a hard runner too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fournette's a pretty strong running back.
He's a beast in LSU, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of that golf trade, their last first round pick that's still on the team is Aaron Donald back in 2014, I believe. 2014, 2015. They don't have a first round pick.
But yet again,
until
their team is still better than most.
I know. Now, just think, Matthew Stafford, his 3 head coaches were Jim Schwartz, Jim Caldwell, and Matt Patricia. He's going to Sean McVay, who is a top 5 head coach. If he can make Jared Goff look decent, imagine what he can do with Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford, like he's a top 10 quarterback in the league.
He is.
Now it's hard when you have a terrible team and your best receiver is out. Now, Carson Wentz had a better coach when he went 27-17 with practice squad receivers. So, and the Lions absolutely suck ball sack. So he's probably happy. And I think Matt Stafford is from California.
He is.
Yeah, he's from California.
Yeah.
Let me make sure that.
I hope
He's from Tampa, Florida. Excuse me.
I thought he like grew up in California at some point.
Maybe. He was raised in Texas.
Where the hell did we get California from? I could have swore I heard
why?
something.
It's because that a pitcher with
LA or the Yankees or whatever. I know who you're talking. I don't follow baseball that much. I know the pitcher. I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
Kershaw.
Kershaw. Yeah, never mind. I thought I got him mixed up with someone else.
How?
I don't follow baseball that much at all.
Yeah, they grew up together. He said he's definitely from LA. I have to do the research. He's from.
We both have to do our research.
Well, that's why I said I want to be 100% sure.
So, hopefully, McCoy comes back to play one more year with the Eagles.
No,
hopefully, if not, sign a one-day deal or whatever. But
he's gonna retire. But
with you saying that you always wanted to come back and never did, that just does he really care?
You said about Miles Sanders.
Yeah, he's their franchise running back, and I agree with him.
So hopefully next year we use him, right? Hopefully he's a Pro Bowler again next year.
He technically was this year. I mean,
that's why I said I hope he's a Pro Bowler again next year.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, he was voted in by people that use him in Madden. That's how he got in. I mean, still a Pro Bowler, but
he's a top 10 running back in the league.
Yeah, he gets overlooked. Some people are sitting there when you say I've seen some people in comments saying he's a top 10 running back. People are like, you're an idiot. I'm like, no. He led the league in yards per carry majority of the season, and I think I don't know if he had 20 carries a game or not this season. I don't know. He probably got it once, but that's once.
No, a lot of games he had under 20.
Yeah, I think he had it once or it came very close, but still. He's a top 10 he's a good running back. Averaging 6-something yards. He was averaging 6-something yards a carry. And Doug barely ran the ball. He's a top.
The only time he ran over had more than actually the first game he had. Wait a minute. Did he play against Washington? Did he play against Washington?
No, the first game against Washington he was out.
All right, so after that he had 20 attempts and never had 20 attempts again. The closest was 18, and that was against Cincy.
Yeah.
After that, his highest was 16 against the Cleveland Browns. Oh, no, I lied.
He fumbled in that game too, but it was raining.
17 attempts.
So,
how does he have 6 rushing attempts 50 against Seattle? Oh my God, we suck.
Well, when teams are normally behind, they usually pass the ball, and we were behind the whole game. So,
no.
But still, when Carson Wentz was under center,
that much we could have ran the ball a lot more.
Even with Carson Wentz under center, I would have ran the ball a little more, given the fact that Wentz struggled that year.
That's probably why he fired Doug.
So, we're gonna go over the championship games. So the Bucks versus Packers. The Bucks win. They beat Rodgers and the Packers 31-26. to advance to the Super Bowl. They are the first team in NFL history to full-on host a Super Bowl.
Who called it?
Which is nice. Yeah, you
Who
did.
called it on live?
Tony Romo called it back in November.
Well, nobody cares.
Yes,
Nobody cares. I called it live. You said it, but I called it live.
He called the Super Bowl when they played earlier in the season, Week 12, buddy.
This might be the Super Bowl. I said Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Just watch the video, everybody.
No, everyone knows you had them going to the Super Bowl.
Man, I thought the Bills were actually going to get it done.
No.
With that defense. No,
I knew for a fact they weren't getting it done.
For the defense, yeah, they have a stronger offense because they have more weapons, and they actually run the ball.
So Tom Brady struggled in the second half. He threw 3 straight picks.
Yeah, the defense came alive in the second half. Besides, Kevin King, burnt toast. Remind me of Jalen Mills.
Yeah. Speaking of Kevin King, he's the MVP of the game. Because you know what? Single-handedly won the game for the Bucs. Gave up 3 touchdowns in the first half.
But there was some holding on the Bucs side that wasn't called.
I know.
A lot of call. Yeah,
the officiating was just the officiating was inconsistent. You go from okay, let him play, but then on the play where it mattered most, you're like, okay, throw the flag now. I'm like, hold on, Alan Lazard was being groped, sexually harassed. The dude was his whole body was being groped, and you call a thing on Kevin King on a tugging of the jersey. Yeah, that is holding pass interference. Yeah, but given the fact that you let all these other ones go that were far worse, what the hell? And what sucks is that even if Kevin King didn't hold, Brady would have overthrew that pass, which would have resulted in a 4th down.
That's true. Actually, no, because he was being held. He probably would have caught that ball.
Well, from what I looked. But that's what sucks, though. Those 3 turnovers from Brady resulted in only 6 total points. So basically, the Packers failed to capitalize. But people want to blame Rodgers, but he outplayed Tom Brady, though.
That is true. And the defense gave him so many opportunities to come back in the game in the second half, and the Packers did not execute.
You cannot.
And when they're down at the goal line, Rodgers could have ran, but they.
He had. From what I saw, he had 2 chances to run it in, or even at least get to the 2-yard line. But he forces passes. I'm like, dude, I know for a fact you don't do. I know for a fact you're a veteran. I know you shouldn't do this. And he literally the week before, he was running. He pump faked one of the Rams players and ran it in. He could have just ran it. He could have ran it in. But Rodgers had almost 70% passing, 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, a pick, 102 QBR. Brady, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, 55%, 280 yards. Brady didn't do that good. But he won the game. And
because his defense stepped up a lot.
Yeah, David Bakhtiari was out. He ruptured his Achilles or something, and he guards the left side. And Jason Pierre-Paul had 2 sacks that game.
Dude, they were getting to him, man.
Rodgers got sacked 5 times.
Yeah, I like the Bucs front 7 is really, really good. What they need, it's hard to harass Mahomes because he could get out of that pocket it's nothing. He's really good at just getting out of the pocket and making a play. So it's gonna be really hard to contain him. But I think they could.
Now,
because I'm a beast, I cannot contain him.
One of the not saying that they would have converted it, but Matt LaFleur decided to go for a field goal on the 8-yard line instead of going for it.
I would have went for it.
Doug Peterson would have went for it.
Dude, and then they would have been on the 8-yard line.
Yeah, even if they didn't convert it, they'd be on the 8.
And if you stop them there, what?
You still have a chance.
The punt will probably go to the 50 or the 30. You can run it back, make it to the 40.
Yeah.
You have a chance, man.
So, I saw this online. So, teams since 1994, like, these are all the conditions right here. The team has to trail by 4 to 8 points. It's fourth down in the red zone between 2 to 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And in 115 situations matching these terms since 1994, only 3 of them attempted a field goal. The other 112 situations, they went for it. And you have Rodgers as your quarterback. And you go for the field goal when Tom Brady is on the other sideline, and he is known for, milking the clock, too. So, that was just foolish by LaFleur. Now, if they didn't convert it, they would still have been at the 8-yard line. But still, I don't know why he went with the field goal. Doug Peterson, who's out of a job, would have went for it. And you know that for a fact. He goes for it on fourth down literally every time. You would think Doug Peterson would go for it on fourth down with the game on the line. He did it in the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. But anyway, Tom Brady is going to his 10th Super Bowl. He's played in more conference championships than 26 franchises. Him and LeBron are the only athletes in the 4 major North American leagues in the sports to play in championship rounds 10 times in the past 30 years.
Damn, Michael Jordan only played in 6.
So.
No, he played in 7. Oh, excuse me. No.
Who, Jordan?
How many did he play in? Was it 7? No, 7. But is it more? When he lost to Orlando.
When he lost to Orlando, that was in like the first round.
No, that wasn't the first round.
Are you talking about when he came back in 95, 90? Yeah, that was like the first round.
It wasn't the first round.
Let me look it up. God damn it.
I'm going to look it up right now.
I'm going to look it up right now. Okay, here we go. They lost in the second round, the semifinals.
I told you. First round. Michael Jordan losing in the first round. You gotta be kidding me.
But they weren't in the Eastern Conference Finals. So.
I know. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Okay.
So he lost. So he went to 7. He went to 7 Eastern Conference.
I think he only went to I could be wrong. I thought he only went to 6 Eastern Conference.
He lost to Detroit in 1990.
Oh yeah, that's right.
When Scottie Pippen had the migraine.
I gotta watch the Dance of the Last again. I need to watch him dancing for one last time. What was it in like 7 games or what?
7 games, yeah.
Damn. And see, LeBron. LeBron left to go to another team. Jordan stayed.
Again,
Jordan stayed to get better.
Cleveland wasn't going to help him again.
That is true.
So, I mean, that's what Kemba did. He left. Nobody cared what he did. He left. But I don't think they gave him a contract. No, look at it. I don't blame LeBron for leaving. If they're not going to give him anybody.
I know.
It
also pissed me off on what LeBron did to Embiid.
Oh yeah.
Pushing him with both arms while Embiid was in midair. People want to call me a clown for thinking it was dirty. I'm like, okay. Okay, why don't you go dunk and I just shove you with both my arms?
It was kind of dirty. When you're up 30.
Oh yeah, not to mention LeBron didn't even care. Embiid fell. LeBron walked away and went to the refs and started complaining. I'm like, bro, why are you complaining? You literally shoved him to the ground, and there was nothing Embiid could do. The audacity.
Honest.
But LeBron is not a dirty player, though. That was his first flagrant in like 3-4 years. So
Yeah, that's true.
it was still dirty, but I can't believe people were defending it. I'm like, what he did was dirty. I know you love LeBron, but admit it was dirty. But it's okay. We won the game by a point. So, Bills and Chiefs. Chiefs dominate 38-24. Seems like the Bills couldn't find an answer against the Chiefs. The Chiefs went to their third straight AFC Championship, now going to back-to-back Super Bowls. Cole Beasley apparently played with a broken leg.
Apparently.
Damn.
But the Bills, when the Browns should have beat the Chiefs, and the Bills didn't come close.
Yeah.
That says something. When the Browns put up a better fight.
The Browns.
Good, man. The Browns are so.
And Eric Fisher is out for the Super Bowl because he tore his Achilles.
Oh, yeah. I know. They're going to abuse that, dude. They're going to.
Do you know who's on that? Do you know who's on that side of the line for the Buccaneers? JPP. You could literally rotate JPP and Shaquille Barrett. I think JPP I believe he led the team in sacks with 9.5.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure he
Look
did.
it up.
I know Devin White had 9. These are delicious.
Here. All right. We're going to take a trip, everybody. It's called a place called Downstairs. It's a magical world. Oh, man, my wiener's so hard. All right, continue to talk, my dude.
So he's out. I guess we could take a quick break. Then I can go over the Super Bowl. And then after that we can do our picks after I refurbish everybody's minds on their statistics that I did some research on. So we will be back in about 3 minutes. Do whatever you want for those 3 minutes. If you don't come back, I know your address. I'll beat the shit out of you. Yeah. Okay, welcome back. So, I'm gonna give you some insight on the Super Bowl. So, the Chiefs have scored over 30 points 10 times, including the playoffs this season. And the Bucks defense allowed over 30 points 3 times this season, including the playoffs. They did play against each other week 12, and Tyreek Hill went off that game. 202 receiving yards in the first quarter alone.
Was I going against him in fantasy? No, my brother was.
So, 102 receiving yards in the first quarter. God. So now you would think they're going to double cover. They're going to double team Tyreek Hill, but that leaves Travis Kelce open. So, the Chiefs' offense is 6th in points per game, 1st in yards, 1st in first downs, 5th in fewest sacks allowed, the 13th best offensive line. Their worst offensive lineman is Andrew Wiley with a 55 grade by PFF. The Bucks are 8th in points allowed, 6th in yards allowed, 5th in first downs allowed, 4th in sacks, 2nd in QB hits, and they have 6 players with over 3 sacks. JPP had 2 last week, as I mentioned. They are 2nd in quarterback hits. Oh, and they have the 5th highest blitz rate, which is 38.1%. And Mahomes against the blitz, 13 touchdowns, no picks, 134.2 QBR. So, I don't think they're going to blitz that much. Break a fucking room, you jerk. Pray for your downfall. Go to hell. So, Chiefs passing offense, they're 1st in yards, 108.2 rating, 2nd in interceptions, 4th in least in fewest turnovers, 2nd in completions of over 20 yards, so they're pretty good with the deep ball. They have 15 touchdowns that result in over 20 yards, which is 1st. 3rd in play action. Then you have Kelce, who is 2nd in receiving yards, 5th in catches, 11th in touchdowns. Hill, 8th in yards, 17th in catches, and 2nd in touchdowns. The Buccaneers defense, they allow they're 21st in passing defense. They give up a 94 rating to the quarterback. They're 7th in interceptions, 5th in turnovers, 10th fewest in completions of over 20 yards. 95.3 versus play action, which is 7th. Sean Murphy-Bunting is their defensive liability. 126.1 rating with 1 pick, and he gave up the 6th most yards. So, that's, defensive liability. Carlton Davis, who is Tyreek Hill's son, not too bad. 88 rating, allowed 4 picks. Jamel Dean, 94.6 rating, 7 pass deflections and a pick. That's not terrible, but if you want to pick on someone, it's Murphy-Bunting. So, and the Chiefs have Hill, Kelce, Mecole Hardman, Sammy Watkins, Demarcus Robinson, who are pretty good, who would do well on other teams. So the Chiefs passing defense, they're 14th in yards, 20th in touchdowns allowed, 5th in interceptions, 5th in completion percentage. The Bucks passing offense is 2nd in yards and touchdowns. They're 16th in picks. The Chiefs secondary, Snead is pretty good. 53.4 rating, 3 picks. Greenland has a 90.3 rating and 2 picks. Fenton is pretty good, 82 rating, 1 pick. Tre'Davious Ward, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but Ward has a 94 rating with 6 pass deflections. And Tyrann Mathieu, who is probably their best defensive player, had 6 picks. Their secondary has the second fewest yards allowed to receivers, and the 5th most allowed to a tight end. And the Bucks have Gronk and Cameron Brate, so may not end well. Both teams don't run the ball a lot, and the Buccaneers are first in literally every rushing defense category. They're literally the best rushing defense. First in attempts allowed, first in yards allowed, first in touchdowns allowed, and first in yards per attempt allowed. And they only allowed 1 rusher over 1,000 yards. Over 100 yards, and that's Dalvin Cook. How are you?
Good. Continue with the stats.
I will. Chiefs offense, they don't run the ball a lot. They're like 23rd in attempts, 16th in yards. I don't know how many, but they're ranked in touchdowns, and they're 11th in yards per attempt. Their red zone defense is dead last. Like their touchdown percentage in the red zone allowed, they have the worst red zone defense in the league, basically. And the Buccaneers have the 7th best red zone offense. And Mahomes is 44-9, including the playoffs. Holy hell. That's sexy.
Yeah.
Very sexy. So yeah, week 12, Mahomes, like this is when they went against each other. Week 12, Mahomes had 462 yards, 3 touchdowns, 125 QBR. Brady, 345 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, 96.1 rating. Tyreek Hill went off that game. I didn't have him on fantasy, unfortunately. Anthony did. I'm 90% sure he won that game too. Tyreek Hill, 13 catches off 15 targets, 269 yards. Nice. And 3 touchdowns. So, I would not be surprised if the Super Bowl becomes like a blowout. I would not be surprised if it's not a close game. It could probably be like a 2-possession Super Bowl. But that's not what I have it as. We're going to take a minute break because I'm going to get Anthony and Sal on the phone to do our picks and our score predictions. So, we'll see you in a minute. If you leave, I will strangle you. So, fuck you. We'll be back. Okay, welcome back. Now for what all of you have been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen of the court.
How are we getting offensive rebounding?
Our Super Bowl picks. So, Vicente, start us off.
I have, for the first time in NFL history, a team hosting the Super Bowl will win the Super Bowl where they're hosting. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will held the Lombardi Trophy at the end of the game in Tampa, saying to their fans, "We got it. We don't have to bring it home because we're already home. You got your second Lombardi Trophy. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be 2020 Super Bowl champs. Everyone, go get it." I spit all over my computer.
Okay, what's your score prediction then?
See, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game because the
I think
offense
so, too.
is just so great.
Last time it was 27-24.
Well, see what I mean? It was close. They came back.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be more prepared because they have 2 weeks and they have Tom Brady on their side. So I think it will be. It's not going to be that high. I say 28, 24. Give me the Buccaneers holding a Lombardi Trophy in their home stadium
Okay, Uncle Sal, what about you?
in front of their home crowd.
What about you? We're gonna pick who wins the game and the score.
I mean, I want Pat Mahomes to win, but I think Brady will win.
31-24 Chiefs.
Okay. Any insight on it? Or that's it?
Matt, I think there's going to be a major injury from one of the teams. I don't know which one, but that's what I'm feeling.
It may happen. It's probably going to happen. Okay, me. I am going to go with the Chiefs 35-31. So, that would mean I pick the over, which is 56. And I go with it. Yeah, shut up. And, yeah, I'm talking to you.
Dude, wait till I see you on Sunday, dude.
Okay.
Talk to me on Sunday. See what happens.
Hey, your Uncle Sal, I guess you can hang up if you want.
All right, yeah, because I can barely understand you anyway, all right?
Okay. I'm going 35-31 Kansas City Chiefs. So, now let's go to Madden. Their pick, which I'm about to play on the stream. You can only see it on the stream, but I can let you know what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen,
tonight's final score, Chiefs 31, Buccaneers 15.
so there you have it right there. Madden is going with Kansas City 31-15. Anthony could not be on the fucking call. I will call him one more time. If he doesn't answer, he's gay. No, let me call my mom. Give us a second, ladies and gentlemen.
You said it's
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony's not answering the phone, so he's gay. My brother's gay. But I would assume he picks the Chiefs. I think he picked the Chiefs anyway. I do not know the score, but he picked the Chiefs. I'll let you know. After the Super Bowl, I don't know, should we still stream or what? Because I know we mostly cover football.
We still should, but I mean, like, they're not going to be long streams. Only sports news.
That is
Weekly
true.
Updates.
They're not going to be as long as they are now. Because usually when we have football, it's over an hour.
Friday now, like weekly updates, or like
yeah, we could change that to Friday. Fridays it just gives off a better vibe, you know.
Yeah,
streaming
like,
on Fridays is a lot better than Thursdays.
Like our weeks, like at the end of the week, Friday, and then like second week will be next Friday. So if we get news Saturday, like you should go back to your Eagle rants by yourselves if you want to. Like if that works.
Oh.
Like you
I usually do my Eagle rants on the stream. Now, ever since I started streaming, I always start off with Eagle rants and I just get into the other.
The Sixers are 0 for 10 from the 3-point line, and we don't have Ben Simmons playing.
What? That is blasphemy.
No.
Let me lower this mic because I notice it's pretty loud.
I see on the stream that Tom Brady's on my side and Pat Mahomes on your side. That's nice. Because I have my guy.
I just picked a random. I just picked a random graphic. Now they're looking, I'm like, damn, wow, I'm smart as shit. You don't remember shit. So, you wanted to talk about baseball. You could talk about baseball. The floor is yours.
But the Phillies, that happened last week, right? Did we go live last week?
We didn't.
Well, the Phillies signed JT. Signed JT. We did it, boys and girls out there. We did it on their Instagram page. Hashtag signed JT. Now it's hashtag signed JT. And now we got my boy.
Your boy.
Man. DD back. Oh my God.
Got myself a Super Bowl shirt.
We got DD
I should have worn that right now.
2 years. And then we got a pitcher from the Detroit Tigers named Matt Moore. We got another pitcher from, I think it's from Arizona.
I only know JT Realmuto. Everyone else, I have no idea.
There's baseball now. Trevor Bauer, I think that's his name.
I should have worn this on the stream.
Contract worth, I think, a little over or near $100 million.
I should have worn this on the stream.
I hope they don't get him. Because I hate the Mets, and I want to see the Mets do terrible for the rest of my life. That is the baseball news I know right now. Oh, the Cardinals got the Rockies' third baseman. Oh, man, I don't know his name because I don't know baseball players like that. But they got his name in a big trade. Wasn't it a steal too, basically? Yeah, it was a steal. It was a great third baseman. They just took him. The Cardinals took him.
No, I mean what they gave up. Basically, it was almost similar to the Cardinals and Texans trade, from what I saw, from what I heard people say, because they basically,
Yeah, there was a lot of people saying they, horse Cardinals when they.
Yeah, I saw the Cardinals tweet talking about stop having us mention the trade that happened.
Oh yeah, there is a Cardinals.
Yeah.
And baseball news on now.
Yeah, baseball. The floor is yours. The best I can talk about is a little bit of Phillies, and that's it.
Leads, they become the Falcons. They did it again last night.
Oh yeah, I sent you that meme where from 82 Radio, where they're like, oh, the Flyers trying to hold on to the lead to show their fucking bullpen. I can't disagree with you. You're not wrong.
And, all right, now on to the sport we both know.
Oh yeah, let me get my fucking jersey.
The Sixers right now are tied 57-57. They shot 10 threes, missed all of them. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. And then make one. Joel Embiid has.
I haven't worn this jersey in a while. Because the first time I wore it, we were losing.
Joel Embiid has 31 points. 1 assist and 4 rebounds. We're getting out-rebounded on the offensive level. They have 12 offensive rebounds. We have like 4. So that's terrible, and we have the best center in the league. So what's going on here? And then not even Dame. I mean, we're missing Ben Simmons. So I see
Yeah.
we're missing Simmons.
But they're missing Lillard, right?
I know. But when we have Ben Simmons, we're missing Ben Simmons. Our defense is not as good. I
Yeah.
can see that.
See, if we had Ben Simmons, I'm pretty sure we'd be killing them. I'm still trying to get the City Edition jersey of. I'm trying to get an Embiid City Edition jersey, but they're still sold out.
I might get a Korkmaz jersey.
I don't know about a jersey.
I might get
Maybe a shirt, but I don't know about a jersey.
I might get a Korkmaz jersey.
See, I only get a jersey of somebody who would stay for the long term.
I'm still getting Korkmaz.
Like, see me. This is a Simmons jersey. It's stitched.
Oh, I
too.
have to get the one they wore last year, the 76ers one, the white one.
Yeah, I like that one, but I like the black one more.
Yeah, I'll get that one probably with my own money. The black
Still
one,
sold out.
I'll just get it for my birthday or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a Dr. J jersey too.
You're trying to get a DD jersey too.
Oh yeah, I'm getting a DD jersey. I'm getting the blue one, the 80s version, Sixers one, the throwback one, retro, 80s retro, the blue one, DD. And then because I have a Nola, I'll get a DD. Why haven't I got Bryce or JT yet?
Well, Bryce is going to be with us for another 11.
And
10
DD's
years.
my guy, so I mean,
Yeah.
I'll probably get a JT jersey soon.
I mean, if anything, you could get a Harper jersey because
Not
he
getting a
can
Harper
he is literally going to be with us for the
Everybody
rest
has
of
a
his career.
Harper jersey.
That's
Why did
I,
you get a Wentz jersey? Everybody has a Wentz jersey. I'm gonna get my favorite player on the team, Aaron Nola.
yeah. Eventually, I'm going to have to get a Hurts jersey if Wentz does in fact get traded.
I
I don't even think I will get a Hurts jersey. I still have my Dawkins jersey.
See, I said if Hurts starts the regular season, like week 1, he's the starting quarterback. It's been decided. I said I'll get his jersey. Hopefully it becomes week 1 so I get his jersey. I have his shirt. I'll get his jersey.
Yeah, I have the shirt too. It's beautiful. It's very sexy. You know what? I'm gonna go get
I'm
it
gonna
real
get more
quick.
Flyer jerseys too.
I'm gonna go get that real quick.
Jersey, Clyde Drew. No, I'm saying his name wrong, like always. Jersey before he retires. I gotta get Carter Hart one too. Carter.
Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. So beautiful.
Mine's upstairs in my room somewhere. That's my guy.
It's-
Everyone knows
it's
it's my
lovely.
guy. If you say he's not my guy, I'll literally kill you
Come
on
on.
the street.
I have my Bulls jersey. I have this. I have this. I do not have a Flyers jersey. The only thing Flyers I had was the hat.
I had a sweatshirt. I lost it.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to
I didn't
to
really
vote.
have Flyer stuff because I don't
All-Star this year.
I don't follow the Flyers as much. Like usually, like me, it goes from Eagles, Sixers, Phillies, and Flyers. Now, I'm not going to buy favorite teams, but just who I follow. Just who I follow the most.
Sixers. But I'll always keep up with the Flyers. Like I always like after a game, I always follow up what happened, what's going on here. Why do we suck so bad? I mean, we have no defense, but it's cool.
Like if I had to pick between the 4 teams, the Eagles would be my favorite, but it's very close with the Sixers. Very close.
I've always been a Philly fan longer. I've been an Eagles, Sixers, Flyers fan. So like,
Yeah, same here.
the Phillies do better than every other team because I love baseball. I love baseball.
Actually, no. I'm not even.
First game I ever went to, sports game, was a Phillies game. Then it was a Sixers game. Last game in the Spectrum. They won. They beat the Bulls. 2008. Boop-a-doop.
Anthony, if this is you watching, respond so I can put in your Super Bowl pick. I played the 1 hour version on the Discord too.
Oh, yeah, you did. Everyone
So
thought it was bullying. They wanted to kill you. I said, yeah, sure. Why not? I hate this kid. Wait, what? Just kidding.
I forget what I was about to say. Oh yeah, why be an all Philadelphia fan when you can root for the Yankees, root for the root for the Yankees, root for the Lakers, root for the
I'll never root for those teams.
I can't stand those people.
No, I can't stand. No, like the teams I hate the most in every conference, well, every sports. I hate. This might be an order. Well, I hate them all the same, but in order, it'd be the Cowboys, Boston Celtics, the Mets. I hate the Rangers. No, I hate Pittsburgh. I hate the Penguins.
I can't stand Pittsburgh either. But
I
yeah,
also-
me, it's the Cowboys, the Celtics, the
I hate
Penguins.
the Devils. I hate the Rangers.
Baseball is probably the Astros.
I hate
Because-
the Astros, yeah, but like I'm talking about conference. I hate the Mets so much. That's the one team I hate. I hate.
I don't blame you.
That's the one team I want to beat every year. It's that team. We can lose every other team. I hate the Marlins because all we do is lose them for no reason. Just stupid. I hate the Miami Heat. I
don't hate Miami. Like
hate the Knicks. Even if they're bad, I still hate them.
I
I hate the Nets.
how can you hate the Knicks?
I hate the
I
Knicks.
just I don't hate the Knicks. I just pity the Knicks.
No, my brother asked me a question. Do you hate every team in Philadelphia and the NBA? I'm like, Matt, not really. We were playing. I think we were playing the Atlanta Hawks, and I said, I hate the Atlanta Hawks. And then
Yeah, you hate it. Yeah, every time we play against someone, you're just like, I hate them.
I hate every team in the NBA besides.
I don't know. I just don't know how you can hate the Knicks. They're impossible to hate. You just want to feel bad for them. Pity them. Like, they're just a team I find impossible to hate because of how bad they are.
Knicks. I hate Orlando. I hate
Like-
Miami.
Like, I can see why people hate the Bucks, the Lakers, the Clippers, but
I
the
hate
Knicks?
No, I'm telling you, dude, I hate Orlando. Orlando's one of my least favorite teams, and they're bad too.
Now Orlando, that's a random one.
Here, the Pelicans, that's the one team I actually don't hate. And the Grizzlies.
If I had to pick a second team to root for, that would be Miami because, you know, Jimmy Butler's my guy.
I don't hate the Timberwolves. I hate the Lakers. I hate the Clippers. Nah, I don't hate the Clippers. I hate the Lakers. No, I actually don't hate the Lakers.
I hate this team. I hate that team. I hate that team even more.
I'm trying
That
to find
team I
out
just
who
mentioned, I hate them
West
10
and
times
South.
more than I do now.
Who do I hate in the West? There's not a lot of teams I hate in the West. That's all in the East.
I'm going to look at the thing on my phone because I do not have the Sixers game up at the moment. I've been just
I'm gonna
looking
look
at it
at
through
all
my
the
phone.
teams in the NBA.
We're losing.
Oh yeah, we're down by 3. Because they come. Oh, Korkmaz has the ball. Michael Jordan.
It's Jarkello Anthony.
Marco Fultz is Michael Jordan.
Embiid already has 31 points. Why am I not surprised? Holy hell. We do suck at the 3.
Yeah. We have Steph Curry and Danny Green.
Seth Curry didn't even shoot one yet.
And Korkmaz. And we have Korkmaz. The 3-headed monsters are out there. And we have Shake on the floor. And Tobias Harris.
We have good shooters, basically. We have good shooters.
And we have Joel Embiid. We just break the 3 again. Korkmaz tried to get the rebound. Failed. Carmelo Anthony has the ball. Put it. Tobias Harris on him. Now Korkmaz on him. Double team. Korkmaz is on this guy with number 23. Oh, takes the jumper. Oh, Joel Embiid blocks it. And it goes in bounds. Go lose your ball. Do. My commentating just needed. My commentating is working.
I think it's very vital to back
What did Jalen Hurts post?
There's on him. Carmelo shoots and he scores. Now 62-55. Sixers are coming up with the ball. Who has the ball? Tobias Harrison's ball. Is he going to pass? Is he going to pass? No, he's not going to pass. He's going to shoot a three, and he looks the three. What's new? I could have called it. This dude's not going to pass. I would have sailed broken. Greg Hill has the ball. Danny Green on him, and he shoots, and we suck.
Your mom still has a chance to redeem herself on her grilled cheese sandwiches. You know that, right?
Long Beach still has a rebound
We can't hear me.
problem.
Hello.
Wow, that was ridiculous. Somebody did.
Hey Vicente, while you're at it, you should make me a grilled cheese sandwich, cause I don't know if I should say it on the stream, but I think you know what I'm getting at.
No, I don't like making grilled cheese sandwiches because I hate you.
You know what? Screw you. White people allowed at my party only.
What?
Huh?
What?
Nothing.
Your mom's paying me big money to go to your party.
I'm getting the big bucks just for inviting you.
Like, when I mean big money, I mean like a lot of money. It's in the thousands. Close to $1 million.
Vicente, the money I'm getting, at this rate with the money I'm being paid to host this, to have you over, at this rate of the rate of income I'm having, it's gonna take me a year to be a millionaire. That's how much money I'm getting. Actually, no. I'm gonna be wealthier than Elon Musk.
Government pays me to hang out with you. They pay me close to $1 million to go to this party.
Alright, we're gonna get to a break real quick.
My pal, the homies might make out. We might just ice skate. Yeah. They've scored 12 points, and we've scored 0. What? Benson
It's the Sixers.
doesn't score as many points, and he doesn't shoot, and our offensive game is just dead.
Fire Brett Brown. Fire Brett Brown. Fire Brett Brown. I do not care. Fire Brett Brown. Put all the blame on Brett Brown.
Do it again.
Huh? Well, Embiid should win MVP. Screw you if you think Screw you if any of you people think otherwise. I mean, the dude just scored 31 in the first half. That's not MVP numbers. I don't know what is.
I'm gonna kill the Sixers.
People are still considering LeBron as MVP. I'm like, huh?
I have to go PB.
Like, LeBron is the best player in the league, but I don't know about MVP this year. He's not performing like one. Well, yes, it's a go to the bathroom. We have to go back to another break. God! Well, hopefully the commercials are good.
Somebody eat my butt. Oh, I think we scored our first 3 of the game. Yeah, we did. We're 8% from the 3-point line.
We're what?
8% from the 3-point line. I didn't know I was watching a game in the 1980s.
No, I didn't know Wilt Chamberlain was shooting free throws for us. 8?
We're 1 for 13.
Who's shooting them? Is it only Dwight Howard? No.
I haven't even seen Dwight Howard on the floor yet.
Well, if we're 1 for 13 at the line, it's definitely Dwight Howard for the most part. Because I don't know who else sucks major rectum.
I would think I would go 1 for 13 from shooting at the 3-point line.
Me, I would go 13 for 13 because I'm just that good.
I think I'd go for like
You'd probably go for 8, 7, 8.
I wouldn't say 8 for 13. That's a little generous. Maybe like 3 for 13.
That'd be nice.
It is a little longer. I gotta get my groove.
Like, I don't know any terrible. The only ones I know that are, and these are people who are decent at the line. Thibault and Howard.
Career high from the 3-point line. 45% last time I checked. Are we still live?
Yeah, I was ready to end it earlier. But when you were in the bathroom, I just had it on, whatever.
You're kidding me, right? Oh
I am
my
not.
God, Danny Green tried to get a foul again. A foul call.
Well, hopefully the commercials are good this year.
I heard that somebody told me there weren't going to be a lot of commercials. Good commercials. I forget who. Yo, he stiff armed
You would think they'd be good commercials, considering that it's $5 million for a 30-second commercial.
Oh yeah, that should be good.
What do you think is going to be the first song played at the halftime show?
You in this halftime show. I don't know.
Well, it's a Super Bowl. I have to mention the halftime show.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Especially when it's the
I
weekend.
liked it last year. A lot. It was me.
We liked it for one reason, and you know why.
I mean, I liked it for two reasons.
I can only name you one of the songs. Not many people know Shakira or Jennifer Lopez's songs. They only know their asses. And that's a fact.
Songs. I mean, I was excited for two reasons. Everyone was excited for one reason. They had my boy Ben Hood.
Well, it sucks Matt didn't watch Boys in the Hood. Such an awesome movie.
All right, Mikey. I'm gonna bounce.
Yeah.
Dinner.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it here.
To me.
Okay.
I will see you, everyone. Hopefully, I will be correct in thinking the Bucks win. And if I'm not,
Oh well.
doesn't really matter.
All right, thanks for watching. We will see you next week with maybe some NFL news, but no predictions. So, oh well. See you next week. Thanks for watching. Have fun this weekend for Super Bowl Sunday. If I'm allowed to say the word Super Bowl. That's copyrighted. The word Super Bowl is copyrighted.
I still have that cup, by the way.
This is this year's.
Yeah, I just noticed that after I said I still have that cup and I saw the V.
Well, I mean, there was a V in last year too, but yeah, hold on.
Yeah, but
Let me pull it up.
I saw the single V.
Yeah, see the box.
Yeah, all I saw was the Chiefs and the L. I'm like, oh, I have that cup. And then
Yeah, I
saw
got
the-
a few part supplies.
All right, Mikey. I'll
All right.
talk to you later.
Okay.
See
We'll be back.
everybody.
See ya. We'll be back next week. Woo.